It's a little bit after 4 something o'clock this morning, and I just thought I would get up just to see if these boogers have any political will. But the one thing I have noticed, that don't get me wrong, I don't care if they pretend to be Democrats or Republicans. They're all rats, every one of them. But I'm looking at different news sources here this morning, and each one of them, every single one of them, all seem to be pointing towards the Republicans as the blame. Are you there? Excuse me. They all seem to be pointing towards the Republicans as the blame. I mean, the news sources. So you could tell that the media is heavily slanted towards Obama. And I wonder why. Now, you have to ask yourself, who is it that is throwing the money behind these news media sources that is doing whatever they can to support these rats? Because I'm telling you one thing, it really makes no difference whether it be Democrats or Republicans. You have to understand that how do you say this to the American people? They don't care about you. And to show you that they don't care about you, I'll be surprised if the shutdown lasts any amount of time whatsoever. But I know what they're going to do. They're going to extend the national debt so they can politically grandstand and stage play all day long. But it's a promise that they're going to extend the national debt. Now, the thing about it is it's supposed to be, people not liking this Obamacare. And it's amazing what's going on with this Obamacare thing, because you got businesses that are no longer providing health care insurance. You got businesses that are shutting down. You have to understand that it's the people in this country who have business that have businesses that open up jobs for other people to work at. And because of the heavy taxation without representation, because of all the stupid politics that's going on, a lot of these businesses, now I'm not talking about GE and all these other people who don't have to pay a lick of taxes whatsoever at all, simply because they are, for the government, and the government's for them. I'm talking about these other, businesses that employ, small businesses employ anywhere between 10 and 100 people. That people are starting, the rich is starting to close up shop, pack up their bags, take what they have gotten from, their business. Because a lot of times when people own businesses, they actually work harder than the people that are employing, that they employ. So they're counting the cost. They're saying it's not worth the stress. It's not worth the anxiety. It's not worth the fear. It's not worth me getting out here busting my rear end 80, 90 hours a week to provide myself a living and others a living. If every single time you turn around, something's going to happen with our own federal government, then they're going to continue to keep eroding our paychecks right out of our pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and take the fruit of my labors. I'm going to retire. I'm going to live simple, because it doesn't profit me to have a business. I know everybody keep telling you, we need our own business. We need our own business. We need to open up our own business. But how you going to do that? I mean, and what? That's the reason why I keep talking about operating independent of the system today. If you're going to have any type of business today, we have to operate and function outside of the scope of the government. That's what we have to do. But in order to do that, you got to get people to stop going to these government entities. I mean, I don't know where you're going to beat Walmart prices when they buy stuff for pennies on the dollar, and they're able to, just literally price gouge all the rest of the people. I mean, just they can, small businesses, you have to go and buy goods and services. You have to pay $2.50 for a box of cereal. Walmart pays $1, and then you have to buy it for $2.50. Walmart buys for $1 and sell it for $1.25. How you gonna beat that? What do you think people gonna do? So the people have to understand what's going on. I try my best to always support small businesses, no matter where they're at. Even in this county, I try my best to. I do the majority of my mailing through a small business. Someone opened up a little shop up here called Going Postal. I immediately shut down my post office box, and I saw this a brand new. As a matter of fact, I'm box number 1, PMB number 1, and I've been with them for quite some time, simply because I believe in supporting small business. Now, most people rather just continue to keep going to government entity, but if I can continue to keep operating, and I can go there to mail my packages, I can go there to pick up my mail. I can send my mail there. I can pay a smaller fee there. It costs me $35 a year to have that PMB box. Or at post office cost me $60, $70 a year. So I'm over at the small business supporting it. And I go there to mail everything. Simply because I believe in the small business. But see, the post office is a government entity. Now you have to understand, when you got people that work for the government, they hate these people that are in these small businesses. You understand that? And they don't understand because they're government employees. I used to be a government employee. I know what it means to be a government employee. And government employees get paid very, very, very well. So they're going to support Edward Longshanks, the Obama system. They're going to continue to do whatever they can to support them. But they say it's a partial shutdown right here, what they're reporting. But it's amazing how every time I turn around and look at these news sources, almost every single one of them, with the exception of Fox News, they all seem to be blaming the Democrats when they all jacked up. We actually need this thing to be shut down for a good 6 months. That's what we need. That's what we need. At least one thing we know, we're not going to be saddling the American people with an extraordinary amount of debt, which we have no will whatsoever at all to balance the budget. At least then the people will probably see, well, passed down. There ain't nobody going to get no Social Security check. People ain't going to get no food stamp. Blah, 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 blah. Believe me, you will adjust. I promise you. You will still eat and you will still live. You'll just have to make adjustments to your lifestyle. But I promise you one thing, your congressmen, whether they be in the House or the Senate, they're getting paid. Guarantee it. They're getting paid. They're not shut down. What they're doing is shutting down what they call the non-essential jobs. And then those who are essential, they continue to keep on paying them. That's their side of the story. I know people don't know it, but anyway, I'm been looking at all this posturing and stuff, and I'm trying to look at this. Congress must pass a measure to increase the borrowing cap, which is expected to hit 16.7 trillion US dollar ceiling in mid-October. 16.7. See, I told you what it's all about. So hidden deep down off in this. First they touting Obamacare and stuff, but there it is right there. There it is right there. Increase the national debt. Obama vowed to not negotiate over the debt ceiling, noting that a default would be worse on the economy than a partial government shutdown. Wow. Let the stock market go down to 2,000. Let the Dow fall to 2,000. I would be so happy. I am so happy. I'd be so happy if that happens. Anyway, enough of that. I think I may try to just go ahead and go back to bed and give me a little few more hours of sleep rather than sitting up here and continue to keep reporting on this foolishness. We don't have a government. You need to know that. The only government you got is you. You need to learn how to govern yourselves, live for yourself, barter and trade amongst yourself, and function outside the system as much as possible. That's what all this Obamacare and all this other stuff is to get more inside of your life. Intrusion. That's what it's all about. Anyway, have a good